The Real Happy House is a very busy household full of lots of kids, and with kids comes lots of stuff. So we are always looking for smart solutions to store our things. I'm here at Mama's Happy with Amanda, and she is going to help me figure out where to put all of my kids' very precious things and all the stuff that comes with being a busy house.
You're not alone in fighting that battle. I mean, we hear that all the time. Customers come in looking for ways to corral all the stuff in their house. So one simple way is to take just your average bookcase. Now, maybe you have one on hand that you don't love the looks of, paint it, or used at a thrift store, anything like that. Okay, so here's one that, you know, could use a little love. Maybe in this case I would paint it. It's got a few scratches on it.
But it's really sturdy, which is what I think is important to look for.
That's the important thing to start with. I would agree with that. Adjustable shelves is an awesome feature when you're going to try to use it for different purposes. I don't know if your house is like mine, but I have an artist, and her art supplies are always all over the house.
Yes.
So one fun way to corral them is give her a place to put it all. Okay, so I've got just some different containers that we've used. These are just simple mason jars that we've, you know, given a little chalk paint love.
Did you paint the outside or the inside?
On this we painted the outside.
Okay.
But we have done it where we paint the inside, and then you can buy these cute little tops where it's a nice thing for markers, for paint brushes.
And these are great because they look nice too. I always like it when things look nice. Yes.
Well, usually I try to, if I'm corralling things, I'll try to have some type of container that looks nice enough to show. And then you can take the things that, you know, maybe you don't want everybody looking at and put them towards the bottom.
Okay.
Now these are just fun vintage locker baskets that I've picked up at different thrift stores. It's a super fun find. You can use them for so many purposes.
Yes.
So that's a good one to corral, just the big junk. Old paint cans are fun. This is something I found, and they make the cutest little containers.
It's great, and I love the whole repurposing, upcycling. I mean, a lot of times you don't need to go buy something.
You do not need to go buy new things to be your containers. Jars are cute. So we'll just kind of load that up. Another thing we use around here are flower pots, and we'll just put a little coat of paint on them. And you know, you can use those for markers, scissors, that type of thing, okay? Then sometimes you think, okay, I really don't want everybody looking at that, or when I have company over, I don't really want them to be, you know, seeing all of the mess, because maybe your daughter doesn't put them away as cute as you would.
Oh, you're not talking about my daughter. She's very neat.
She's very neat?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we don't have that in our household. Okay, so this is just a simple tension rod, and let me find the center here. You can crank it down to your desired width, a little bit longer than where you need it to be, and then the tension is just what holds it in place. Now look how cute that is, and nobody would ever know that there's a mess behind it.
I love it. I love this. And you were telling me that this is just a drop cloth?
Yes, we just used a painter's drop cloth. That's kind of our go-to fabric around here. We love it for seat cushions. It's heavy. It's easily washed.
We snuck into Amanda's daughter's room, and Amanda's going to give us a quick tip on how to use a curtain.
Okay, so trying to get your child to actually keep everything neat in their room is impossible. So I decided to quit trying. So instead, I just took that same simple tension rod and
wow,
look what it's hiding.
That simple tension rod is doing a pretty big job.
So she can keep it as messy as she wants to, and I don't have to look at it.
That's a great tip. Amanda, I don't have a mudroom, and you are going to help me solve some of my clutter control problems. Is that right?
I am.
All right.
So in this case, we're just using a larger bookcase. And now here we did add a couple coats of chalk paint quickly to it just to brighten it up. It was kind of that honey oak.
Okay.
Not my favorite.
No.
And so if your mudroom or lack of mudroom looks anything like ours, generally the kids come in, they just throw everything on the floor.
Right.
Is that how yours looks?
Pretty much.
Okay, so one thing is you're taking your bookcase, you want to kind of think about, generally there's one shelf in the middle that's kind of your stabilizer.
Okay.
So that one is not movable. Okay, so then you want to plan your spacing around that particular shelf. So starting at the bottom, kind of a low one would be for shoes, and then for us, book bags are always all over the floor and stuff spilling out. So here we actually put hooks down low. So another way to do it is, so I have an 8-year-old, and so keeping her things down low, and then my 12-year-old could easily reach this.
Okay.
So think about your kids and how you want to stack the odds in your favor, that they're going to actually use the thing, right? So taking Kate's jacket and her backpack and keeping it down low. And then we've got these cute little bins that we picked up. And again, just gave a quick coat of paint. You wouldn't need to do that. You could use things that you've got around your house, anything that fits. We've given, every child loves to see their name on something. And then the only other thing I would remember is just to, in some way, attach it to the wall.
Okay.
So just making sure that it's not going to.
And that's important with all big pieces of furniture, especially when it's a big piece of furniture being used by little people.
Yes, because they will step on this to climb up.
Now you have put hooks on here, but as I feel behind, a lot of times these shelves the backing is really thin. What did you do to reinforce it? So how do you make these
a simple
sturdy?
block of wood behind there that you actually then are screwing the hook into, because you're right, many times this is a very inexpensive and thin, flimsy piece of wood.
I might put like a surprise oilcloth pattern back here just to sort of personalize it and make it even more fun.
That's a great idea.
These are such great ideas and inexpensive, upcycling, making things easy and functional for families. As always, amazing ideas. Thank you so much, Amanda.
Thank you for having me.